What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I am your host, Slackerz. So, we got the next episode in the Everyone Is Here tournament. So, if you're new, I'll throw the rules up on screen so you kind of get the gist of how this whole thing is working out. And if you want to participate, more than welcome to. So, let's throw the rules up and get through them pretty quickly. Alright, so first and foremost, this is very simple. It's a tournament format with 100 characters in this tournament, and then each day on the channel I upload one of the matchups from the tournament, and then we just vote down in the comments. But a few rules that you really gotta keep in mind. First of all, this is just for fun. Don't take it too seriously. If there's a character that happens to be a spirit, or that happens to be like an assist trophy, for example, that happens to be in one of the matches in the tournament, don't just simply write them off because, oh, they're assist trophy. No, they're spirit. It's not happening. This is for fun. If you like the character, show up and vote for him. That's just pretty simple. That's how that works. But, yeah. Otherwise, another very important rule, only one vote per person. And how do you vote? Simple. Down in the comments, simply type who your vote is for. So today's matchup is Morrigan from Slackerz taking on EarthWorm Jim. Yeah, who remembers EarthWorm Jim? Yeah. All right, but you'd vote for one of those two down in the comments. You can vote for both if you absolutely love both the characters. Always been a rule. Totally fine. But it's a double elimination tournament overall, meaning a character has to lose 2 times before they get officially eliminated. If there's ever a tie once we get to the results, we'll just flip a coin. Best and fairest way to decide that. And then each matchup, voting-wise, will only stay open for just 1 week. So today's Friday, meaning we will get the results of this matchup next Friday. There you go, Friday to Friday, you know. Pretty simple. 7 days, that's how it works. So those are the rules. Now let's jump into the results from last week and the matchup for today. All right, so we got matchup number 5 results from last week, right? Number 5? Yeah, number 5. It was Hatsune Miku making her first appearance in any of these tournaments, taking on Lloyd Irving, who he's had quite a bit of buzz about him, speculation-wise, if you will. So, yeah, this one was pretty divided. Yeah, I mean, simply put, if you expect Lloyd, I mean, not if you expect him, but if you like Lloyd, you pretty much voted for him. Or if you didn't like Lloyd, a lot of the comments I seen were saying, Lloyd's okay, or I don't like Lloyd, or we don't need another sword user. Totally, I get it. We want something different, and that's totally fine. And Hatsune Miku with a rhythm-based sort of playstyle would be very unique. So, yeah, but in terms of voting, Lloyd Irving still snuck by, and I did mean snuck by a bit. 60 votes for Lloyd Irving and 47 for Hatsune Miku. So she made it a game. She was in it to try to win it. Didn't. So unfortunately, Hatsune Miku drops to the loser bracket. She's still in the tournament, but if she has one more loss, she's done. So I guess congrats to Lloyd. He moves on to the next round in the winner's bracket. He'll take on Captain Syrup, but that's a few weeks away still. So with the results out of the way, let's jump to the matchup. Very interesting one. Very cool one. So 2 characters that are making their very first appearance in any of these tournaments as well. With Morrigan being from Slackerz, a Capcom company, Capcom representative. A lot of people think Capcom could get another rep, but she is taking on EarthWorm Jim from EarthWorm Jim. That's the series. So this should be an interesting sort of matchup. Both characters actually have a kind of cool playstyle. I would like to see both of these, honestly. Never a matchup I'd imagine be like, all right, if it came down to between these 2 characters, who would you vote for? At first, I was like, but then I started, I was really imagining, movesets and stuff, and I'm like, actually, both these characters would be pretty cool. So, let's start with EarthWorm Jim. EJ, right? Super Nintendo. Started back then, so he's got some good history with Nintendo, at least. It's a pretty good game, I'd say, back in the day. A lot of people are still clamoring for this character to get in Smash Bros. I believe there were multiple games, at least. I think there was a remake at one point. But yeah, it's not a series that's doing, I mean, tremendous things. The series is still around, at least. And, somewhat older, either people that grew up in, say, maybe the 80s, or I guess more important, I guess the 90s, I suppose, they'll probably recognize the name of EarthWorm Jim, and he would be a very, very cool character. I like the design of the character. Playstyle wise would be pretty fun as well. So he's like this EarthWorm, but he's like in this suit, and he's got like this little is it a ray gun? It's some sort of gun, but you got that obviously moveset, ray gun, shoot, whatever you do want to do with that. But something else that would be really cool for a moveset that he utilizes quite a bit in his games. Hello. No, you don't want to. All right, hold up. We'll get there. Go. There we go. That works. All right, but his head. You in the game, you actually can use it as a whip. You can use it like, I think there's some other things on here. The helicopter it spins his head around, so you could use that as like his up B recovery move, kind of floating through the air a little bit, which would be pretty fun. But I think besides the whip, you can end up like actually you could maybe even use it like as a lasso and like, you know, grab it and pull an enemy in towards you potentially. Would be pretty fun. And of course, yeah, like I said, you got the plasma, I guess ray gun is plasma blaster, pretty simple projectile sort of moveset. Final smash, pocket rocket. Pocket rocket. I'm immature. But I like, he'd be such a fun character and just a really cool callback to, you know, the Nintendo / Super Nintendo era sort of days. And look, when Nintendo's picking characters, it does seem like there's a lot of characters they really are kind of going back, you know, in time that have been around for a long time. Now, mostly for this DLC, it's been third party. Actually, so far up to this point, it's been all third party. So having a character such as EarthWorm Jim be DLC for Smash Ultimate probably doesn't make the most sense. Probably makes a bit more sense for Smash 6 once that comes out. Once the new Nintendo console comes out, whenever that happens. But that's long ways away. So, yeah, he might make more sense for that. But DLC-wise, I still think he would turn some heads, honestly. This character is still... Oh, Kirby costume. Kirby costume's awesome. But this character would still turn a few heads and get people noticed. Because, you know, on a build-up to a new Smash game, when it always gets announced, and, you know, the speculation and predictions for rosters and everything, EarthWorm Jim is still a name that always pops up. It's always like a character that people are like, yeah, I would like him. People are very fond of this character. You know, he's unique and he's kind of fun. Like in his games, actually, I believe they were sort of in a way like he's a run and gun, side scrolling kind of platformer kind of game. And what I liked about it was they kind of like made a little bit of like a spoof off of you know, other platformers at the time, like Mario and Sonic. What didn't they have like in his game, like Princess what's her name? I think that was the actual legit name of the princess, just kind of making fun of like, oh, we just have like this princess who's in here only because she happens to get herself in trouble and now we got to rescue her. So kind of making spoof like that would be pretty cool, or it was pretty cool to see like that, just kind of poking a little bit of fun. So no big deal there. I like to see that. But yeah, EarthWorm Jim though, man, could you imagine anybody that actually has ever played any of his games? I think there's quite a bit of people that would be pretty happy if this happened. Again, I can't see it for DLC. It does seem like they're going to be going the third-party route mainly. Fingers crossed, probably won't happen, but very small chance we could see a spirit get elevated or an assist trophy get elevated to playable status, whatever. But yeah, older character, definitely be a retro. Yeah, it'd be a retro pick for sure. And I just don't see Nintendo doing a retro pick for DLC. Doesn't, at least to me, that doesn't make too much sense. So, hey, I'd love to see this guy in Smash Bros. Eventually. If it's DLC now, or if it's in his future game, I'd love to see him. But, man, I just, playstyle-wise, the character-wise, he just kind of fits Smash Bros. Style very well. He just really does. But on the other hand, his opponent, in my opinion, Morrigan from Darkstalkers, she's a little out there, like, how am I trying to say this? She'd be kind of a strange-ish pick. I'm not saying she's a bad pick by any means. I would love the play style-wise, so let's talk about play style-wise. Before I get into that, she has been in fighting games before. She's been in the Marvel vs. Capcom series. She's been in Capcom vs. SNK. So that's pretty crazy, right? Terry Bogard? Whoa. Imagine that for a second. Say Morrigan gets in. And we could end up having, like, Ryu can reunite with Morrigan and Mega Man. And then Terry Bogard's coming into this. Like, come on. We kind of got our own mini Capcom versus SNK game potentially in the making already. So that's a funny fact. But yeah, she's a kind of a strange character, but moveset wise, that's where I was going. Moveset, I really like this. So she has this what is it called? Kai energy, I think that's how you pronounce it. Basically, she can make herself a bit more powerful, which the way I could envision the moveset, and I could be totally off on this one, but I think it'd be fun. A moveset where another character that has a meter, but this time it's similar to Hero, where it starts full and then it, depletes over time, potentially for, the moves that you would use. And it doesn't deplete for every move. It would only deplete if you use, like, certain moves. So, like, she's got the wings in the back, and the wings are a big part. They can detach, and they become, like, this little... It's not... What are a flock of bats? A swarm of bats. Flock of bats? What? A swarm of bats. So her wings become like a swarm of bats. You can use that for neutral special, side special, something. You can use that in her moveset for sure. Her wings also can become... I know they become spikes for sure, and vines. Or tentacles, not vines. So you got, nice spike, good solid melee option. You got vines that could be a special move where you reach out and kind of grab somebody, pull them in. Or, I don't know, do something crazy with vines. Yeah, vines and Morrigan, huh? But, look, playstyle-wise, should be absolutely fun. I really believe that. Again, sort of, look, you're going to look at the character, right? And you're going to go, all right, she's definitely not Smash Bros. Friendly, right? She's, maybe she's revealing a little too much for the game. Yeah, you could say that, but I'm sure you could come up with something to change that if that were to happen. But again, maybe that could be the big issue, her appearance. And I would hate for that to be the one reason that, you don't get this character in Smash Bros. But, like, I don't know. She's got a good reputation, though. She's a fan favorite. She's practically the mascot of the Darkstalkers series. Like I said, she's been in fighting games before. She's already got movesets that are practically ready-made that you can take so much inspiration from and put that into Smash Bros. And it'd be fun to see. Plus, another female. I always say there's always room for more females. Villains. I mean, let's face it. But for me, let's, man, what do I want to do for this one? This one's a little tough for me. I think, who do I want to go for? I love EarthWorm Jim, but Morrigan, I think, has such a great... Oh, this one's tough. This one's actually tough. Since it's early in the tournament, I think I'm actually going to vote both on this one. No, I can't vote both. I don't want to vote both. I don't know who I'm voting for, actually. I'm going to vote EarthWorm Jim. He gets my vote. I think I like the character just a bit better. Again, I would love to see Morrigan. It should be great. Little, I don't know, whatever. EarthWorm Jim, he gets my vote. Pretty simple. So, with that being said, this one's coming to an end. Let me know who you guys got down in the comments. Are you going to go with Morrigan, or are you going to go with EarthWorm Jim, or both? Those are your options. That is going to be it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed. So, a little sneak peek for tomorrow's results and matchup. The matchup for tomorrow. Ooh, that's a good one. Forgot this was up. The matchup tomorrow is Shovel Knight. Ooh, assist trophies. Yay. We'll see how that plays out. But Shovel Knight is taking on Rayman, a spirit. We'll see how that plays out. But the last tournament we did, Rayman did pretty well. So we'll see if he comes back and does pretty well in this one as well. But that'll be the matchup, and then the results will be for Octolings taking on Crystal. So we'll get to see that. The winner of that will end up facing Nightmare from Soul Calibur. But again, that'll come in a few weeks. So anyway, that is it for this one. I hope you guys enjoyed, and hopefully we'll catch you on the next one. Peace out, everybody.